The sign of Capricorn is sometimes depicted as a regular goat, but it represents a completely different creature, a sea goat. According to myth, Amalthea, the being who nourished Zeus with her milk, was such a creature. As a token of gratitude, the thunder god placed her in the heavens. What traits define those born under the sign of Capricorn from December 22nd to January 20th? Though Capricorn is symbolized by the sea goat, it is paradoxically an earth sign. Like all earth signs, Capricorns are known for their ability to see things realistically. On December 28, 1856, Thomas Woodrow Wilson was born in Virginia to ardent supporters of the Confederacy. It seemed that after the South's defeat in the Civil War in 1865, he had no chance of ever becoming president. Yet, by exploiting divisions within the Republican Party, he achieved the impossible. During his first term, Wilson maintained United States neutrality in the First World War. Running for re-election with the slogan "He kept us out of war," he immediately entered the conflict after winning, prompted by German submarine attacks on American merchant ships. This happened just as Russia was effectively exited the war due to the 1917 revolution. After the war, Wilson proposed the creation of the League of Nations. On December 29, 1709, Russian Emperor Peter the Great's daughter, Elizabeth, was born. Like her elder sister Anna, she was born out of wedlock. It was only 2 years later that Peter officially married their mother, and Elizabeth was granted the title of Tsarevna. According to Catherine I's will, Elizabeth was third in line to the throne, but after Peter's second's death, the crown unexpectedly went to Anna Iovanovna. Elizabeth ultimately ascended the throne by staging a palace coup and ruled for 20 years. Like her English namesake, the Virgin Queen, Elizabeth never officially married. The throne passed to her German nephew, Charles Peter Ulrich of Holstein-Gottorp. On December 23, 1777, Russian Emperor Alexander I was born in the Winter Palace. At the age of 24, his father, Paul I, was assassinated by conspirators. Paulin, one of the plotters, informed Alexander of his father's death that night, prompting Alexander to weep. However, before Paulin's arrival, Alexander was already fully dressed and prepared for the meeting. Shortly afterward, he stepped onto the balcony and announced to the troops, "My father has passed away from an apoplexy." His pragmatism also shone through on the battlefield against Napoleon. Without hesitation, he transferred the command of the Allied forces to the Austrians after Napoleon's retreat from Russia. This decision contributed to the coalition's victory over Bonaparte at the Battle of Nations near Leipzig, paving the way for the coalition to advance to Paris. Their cold mind makes Capricorns exceptional scientists. On December 27, 1571, Johannes Kepler was born in the Holy Roman Empire. He was the first to establish the laws of planetary motion in the solar system. On January 4, 1643, Isaac Newton was born in England. During a plague epidemic, he first formulated the law of universal gravitation while observing apples falling from a tree. Later, he added 2 more laws of motion, which are still taught in schools worldwide. On January 6, 1822, Heinrich Schliemann was born to a rural pastor's family. He made his fortune during the California Gold Rush. However, his true passion emerged when he began studying ancient Greek through the Iliad and the Odyssey. Obsessed with Troy, he believed it was not just a legend but a real city. He succeeded in discovering and excavating it. Though, at times, the rationality of Capricorns can turn into commercialism or even cunning. On December 29, 1721, Jean Antoinette was born into the family of a financier who later fell into ruin. As a member of the Third Estate, she had no prospects of becoming an aristocrat. However, she was not only skilled at making influential connections, such as her acquaintance with Voltaire, but also unencumbered by conventional morality. While still married, she soon became the official mistress of Louis XV, who granted her the title of Marquise de Pompadour. After losing her position as the king's mistress, she established the Deer Park, a residence where young women were brought for the king's pleasure. This ensured she maintained her influence over Louis XV. But that doesn't mean Capricorns aren't capable of grand romantic gestures. On January 5, 1592, Shah Jahan I, Emperor of the Mughal Empire, was born. At the age of 20, he married the daughter of his vizier, who was renamed Mumtaz Mahal during the wedding, meaning jewel of the palace. She bore him 14 children, but tragically died during the birth of their youngest daughter. Heartbroken, the emperor ordered the construction of a mausoleum in honor of his beloved wife. The construction took 22 years to complete, and Shah Jahan himself was later laid to rest there as well. Today, this mausoleum is known as the Taj Mahal. When it comes to compatibility, Capricorn gets along best with fellow earth signs like Virgo and Taurus, as well as water signs such as Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. That said, regardless of their partner's zodiac sign, Capricorns make exemplary spouses. For example, Marshal of Napoleon, Michel Ney, born on January 10, 1769, was married to Agli Agui, an Aries by zodiac sign. They had 4 sons together, and their marriage was only cut short by Marshal Ney's execution for siding with Napoleon upon his return from the island of Elba. If one possesses the eloquence of Cicero, born on January 3, 106 BC, under the sign of Capricorn, one could endlessly speak about the traits bestowed by this constellation. But that's all from me for today. The zodiac wheel will continue its eternal journey.